Hey, this is the Boat Doctor 25, 2008 North River. This is a nice boat. I'm telling you, autopilot, what we do need to do, I did get this to work. So this works, your gauges here works fine. There's your water speed, and there's your ground speed. And then you hit your page button. That's more like it. See, this gauge here, you can't go by that. The fuel flow is correct over here on the left-hand tack. So you can't use this right-hand one because that will throw you, it will tell you doing 100 gallons an hour. So this is about right. I can accept that. Okay, 2150, that's RPMs. There's your speed. So what you could do is use this one or this one. You can go over here. 21. See, so that's showing 21 now too. Yeah, 21.3. So I'm going to hit this off autopilot. Standby. Now the remote, the battery was corroded real bad on the one that he ordered, this one here, because this should power on automatically if you got this set up, and he disabled it here and there for the wireless. So I think he went and got the secondary control and probably didn't jive with it. But we're going to try putting new batteries and cleaning the terminals up on that. Like I say, the steering does need to be bled. Now the fuel flow is a lot more accurate now, but that's still way off. There's no way that's burning that kind of fuel, because that shows we're doing 55 gallons an hour, 56, 70. No, that's not right. So anyway, that needs to be adjusted somehow. Menu, because my pages, exit, so I ain't gonna go by that. Okay, so I'm gonna put this back miles an hour. I'm gonna put this back onto RPMs right here. Fuel gauge is right here. To turn on your NEMA network is right here. Okay, if you just want the fan on, you just hit this button here, and you can control it right here. So what's gonna do is it's gonna turn just the fan on. For like to cool you down. Now the VHF radio, like the weather,
winds northwest at 3 knots.
Comes in pretty good, but I can't get anybody to call me back. So that means my transmit probably isn't working. So I would check the antenna or the coax. Channel 21, radio check please. And we'll just see what happens, because I do have the antennas up, so it could be a bad coax. Okay, trim tabs, they do work. I'll show you that. Horn works. Anchor light works. I'll show you that. Wipers, they work. Bilge pump works. That was sticking in the back, and then all of a sudden it freed up on the auto. Depth finder you don't need. Auxiliary, I don't think that could be to this one, right? Yeah. The auxiliary to this is your CV, which that works fine. That's on this auxiliary switch. It's on one of those. There it is. It's on this one right here. That turns your CV on, and that does work. And then you can go to the scan right here, and it will scan. So that does work. So I'll shut that off. But see, I'm not getting anything on that VHF. Compass works. Stereo works right here. I have that working, so you can just turn power off, and it turns the power off on that. It's got speakers there. All those owner's books and stuff, I went through that already. And then right there, I can just hit this autopilot to engage right here, and it'll hold my course. So I'm gonna just turn this thing off, because for some reason it ain't getting anything anyway. The power button's right here. Okay, we got some debris up in the water, so I'm gonna go over about to 240. There you go, because nothing's over there. You got a can, you can see I got it on radar overlay right now. This is a nice unit, set up perfect. You can go home, you can go into like sonar. And this has got the GSD 22. That's a big log. You got windows there, grab handles, full screen, and there's your depth finder. Got bottom lock on it. Put the A-scope on it. Got debris in over here. So on the light up here, I think that was on one of these accessories too. Yeah, right here. The first one turns that one on down there. So the only two are these two here that I don't see working. Yeah, cool air's coming out there now. So then what you want to do on that, if you want to turn that off, you can just hit it like that and it turns it off. Now if I want the heater to come on, just hit that button and leave it alone. Don't touch it, and pretty soon the heat will come on. I'll leave it on for now. These are swivels. These are in really good shape. Typically they're rusted. They're like brand new. I mean, this whole boat's like brand new. Trays up there. Then you got this here. And then there's your Garmin autopilot pump. There's your diesel fluids, circuit or fuse bus panel right there. So I got autopilot. So what I want to do is hit this back off onto standby. I'm going to steer it right over here. So then we go home again and split view, split head, water temp. Don't need any sonar set. I already did all that stuff. So then you can go to combos and you can set it on this one if you like. And then you switch between the menus here. So then right here, what you got is if you hit the plus and minus, it's going to do that. You can switch it by hitting this, and then it goes. The menus pertain to that. So then if I hit menu right here, radar menu, sonar menu, navigation chart menu, change configuration. If you do that, see how I can change this around whatever I want, but I'm not going to do that because I like it the way it's set up. So then I'm going to hit menu again, and then I'm going to get radar menu, sonar menu, navigation chart menu, other vessels, now waypoints tracked, chart setup, chart appearance, code of Z, go down into here, and no, it won't, because I was going to try to do a radar overlay, but I think what you got to do there is go back, then go home, and then go to charts, and go to radar overlay, and then go home. You got to set that page up for that. So when you're doing your combo setup, like say I want to see this and this radar nav chart. See how it says nav chart? It should say radar overlay on top of that. So say I wanted to do this, I could just hit menu. I'm going to steer over here. I'm going to put it on autopilot. Once I get out of all this debris. And how many minutes? I got 8 minutes. Okay, so then I'll just hit this here. That engages it. So I want to hit menu. Whoop, back. Combos, combinations, nav chart. Okay, I want to go menu right here. And then navigation chart change configuration. And then see Sirius bar, you can have that. If you want to turn that on, then it gives you controls here when you do get, say, hook up to this prescription through Sirius. Sonar radar, right here, radar overlay. See, then you can pop that up on that. So yeah, and hit done. Oh, gee, there's stuff all over the place in here. Okay, so then we go home again. We want to go to combos. I want to see this one. Then what I want to do is hit menu, change configurations. Number 1 is nav chart, and I want to go radar overlay, and then I hit done. Now I got everything I want. I got my radar overlay here, I got my radar, and I got my sonar, and I got my numbers right up there. So then I'm going to change this over to due south is 180, but I'll go to 190 to start with, 185 right here. Okay. Kicker motor, the TR1 back there actually needs hydraulic fluid. You can see then there's no fluid in there because it does come on. You can hit this button, it does come on. The speed goes up and down on that, so that works. And you got your dual batteries. You got your switch down there that drains this one here, and then you got a fish box there, fish box there, a fish box there. You got hydraulic, like I say, you need to get bleed that, and then your horse down hose right here. You got a leak in that. It's, yeah, right. When I had this thing out, there was a pinhole in the hose. Somewhere. But now, of course, when I want to show you that, of course it ain't leaking. But they could just tape that. Because I don't see it now. Okay, we're on 10 minutes, so I'm going to go to part 3.